Hi, welcome back to Women in the Bible series. We are now here with the daughters of Lot. So there were two, but we'll count them as one lady. So this is our ladies number 23. These are the daughters of Lot. Now let me give you a bit of a bio about these girls. So these girls were nieces to Abraham, right? So these girls, their father, who was Lot, was Abraham's cousin. So you can see that they're somehow related to Father Abraham. I think that's a nice thing. And then one thing that we know as well about the daughters of Lot is that their mother, who's Lot's wife, was turned into the pillar of salt. So these are the girls that before they could get married, before they could have children, they lost their mother. And then we also know that these girls were the same girls that their dad offered away to be used sexually to the men in Sodom and Gomorrah. You remember, like, please have my daughters instead of what. I mean, imagine these daughters had to live through a time in their lives where their dad would give them to just be used sexually by men. This is just traumatizing. And these are the girls that at some point they lived in a cave after the fall of Sodom and Gomorrah. So when you just read through these girls' lives, I mean, they live because their dad was with Abraham, who was nomadic at that time. That means these girls lived through a time where they had a mother who was not like so aligned with God. That's why she looked back when she was supposed to look back. They were also with a father who was somehow greedy because he wanted to choose better things than Abraham, but he was where he was because of Abraham. They were once offered in by the dad for sex in Sodom and Gomorrah, and at the same time they lived in a cave. That is just unstable circumstances and really traumatizing circumstances. And this is the kind of life that these daughters of Lot had to go through. Now, one of the virtues about these girls, now this I love about the girls, I actually think we should celebrate this about the girls. These girls didn't look back. Remember, they said that if you look back you'll turn into a pillar of salt. This girl's mom, Lot's wife, turned into a pillar of salt because she looked back. Now, the reason why they survived is because they didn't look back. That means somehow these girls can listen to instruction. Actually, they can listen to instruction, and I love that about them. And then the other thing, some people might look at it as a bad thing, but there's something I think that is they sort of knew that they needed to have kids to continue the family legacy, though they didn't go about it the right way. But the fact that they knew that they had to, I believe that those of us that have got feminine obligations, if you feel you do, to have kids, these women were aware of that. But one of the vices, the downsides about these girls' personalities, that they raped their dad. They raped their dad. They forced their dad's will. They actually got pregnant from their father's okay, I can't say it. Yes, from their father's stuff. And this is what these girls were capable of, So we see that about them, which is something that I think is really, really bad. I mean, there are no two ways about that. This is just what it is. It's just wrong. All right. And then just some of the reflection questions about learning from the life of the children of Lot is, the daughters of Lot, is, what have you done recently that is out of character? You know what? I know very well that there are things which all of us say that we could never do, but once in a while you sort of shock yourself. You're like, oh my God, am I the one who actually did that? So the question is, what have you done recently that you actually never thought you'd do? Okay, what have I done recently that I never thought I would do? I actually, yesterday, so if you're watching this, today is September 22, 2023. Yesterday I ate sweets. I don't eat sweets. Yesterday I had sweets. So I was at work and I was working and I felt very, very dizzy, and the people that were helping me were insisting, it's because maybe you need sugar, and they gave me sweets and I ate them and I actually enjoyed them. So you see, out of character. I mean, sometimes we do things that are out of character, things that we said we won't do and we actually do them. So what have you done recently? And then the other thing is that, what are some of your traumas that are actually making you behave in a particular way? Sometimes I feel like maybe the children of Lot, just them being in a Sodom and Gomorrah type of an environment where there was no honor in sexuality, where there was no integrity with regards to how you handled your body, and the fact that their parents offered them out for sex to strange men, that is traumatic. I mean, that is traumatic. And I keep asking myself, maybe that is why their conscience were so seared that they ended up raping their dad. I mean, not that it's the right thing to do, but possibly it could be mapped out to that trauma that they had been through. So what do you feel that you've been doing recently that is because of maybe a wound in the past that you could have gone through? Something might have happened as a scenario in your life that you never thought could happen, and now you're seeing yourself acting out of character, doing something that is totally wrong. What is that thing? So tell me, if the daughters of Lot were sitting here today, what kind of question would you ask them? What I want to ask them was, why did you not believe that you'd find a man one day who'd marry you? Like, where was your mind at that time when you decided to go for your dad instead of waiting for the right man? I mean, I would really want to know their thought pattern. Was it really because of the trauma, or maybe they saw the world in a different way? I really don't know, but I would really want to hear from them. So until the next lady, see you on the next episode. Goodbye.